the Director of Ceremonies, the different stakeholders of the New Age, the MECs of Mpumalanga, Gauteng, Eastern Cape, Free State, Northwest, Limpopo, Northern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, my fellow soldiers, we soldier on in agriculture, forestry and fisheries, the chairperson of the select committee. Mama, I really thank you for being here today. The CEO from Total South Africa, you are really welcomed here, and Total South Africa has been our main sponsor for more than 10 years. They've been with this program since its inception, and I hope that after today, you will acknowledge that the program has indeed grown. The financial services and banking sector, organized agriculture, captains of industry of the fishing sector, captains of industry of the forestry sector, commercial, community fisheries. I am not only the Minister for Agriculture. The ones who actually keep me the most and really keep me busy, it's actually the fishing sector. Now, you would never imagine that for every fishing village, there's about 20 organizations which wants to see me every day. Now, can you imagine? You have to see all of them every day. So I said, if they want to see me, let them come to the breakfast. So they're all sitting here, 20 per village. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow South Africa, someone asked me exactly what we do. The simple answer is, we have to put 3 nutritious meals on your table every day for each and every South African. That means our job entails ensuring that 53 million South Africans have safe and really nutritious and decent food 3 times a day. MEC Northern Cape, the wonderful part of that is I don't need to cook it. So I can grow it, but I don't need to cook it. Our responsibility is from the farmer's gate to the consumer's plate. So what you see on your plate every day is what these wonderful and amazing women are responsible for. We have to support government, as the National Development Plan says, to ensure that by 2030, each and every South African has food on the table. We cannot have food security as a country if 12 million South Africans do not have enough to eat. I am pleased to record that huge progress has been made, but not enough has been done. 29.3% of households are food insecure. We cannot think of these households as statistics. They are people, they are human beings. Maslow's hierarchy of needs places the need for food at the basis, the fundamental basis of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is food. So you cannot reach self-actualization. You cannot reach any form of development if you do not have sufficient food. The Cabinet has just approved, the Cabinet of the Government of South Africa has approved the National Policy on Food and Nutrition Security. We are concerned that the generation of people who farm is growing older. We need to make agriculture sexy. And by sexy, I don't mean that I'm going to bring you J-Lo. We need to get South African youth involved in agriculture. Black youth need to be involved in the entire value chain of agriculture. Agriculture is not just about planting. It's about the logistics, agrologistics, it's about storage, market access. Food is our business. At the end of the year, the first week in December, we'll be hosting the GLOBE in the Global Conference on Agriculture, Climate Change, Food and Nutrition Security. World leaders will converge in South Africa to watch how these phenomenal women have developed successful enterprises in agriculture. Towards the end of the year, we'll also be allocating fishing quotas to cooperatives, predominantly young and women cooperatives. Those fishing quotas will be given to communities so that they could eradicate poverty, address unemployment, and address inequality. Women bear the brunt of poverty. Women bear the brunt of hunger. If a woman is hungry, she'll ask her children to eat. If the country is hungry, we need to get busy in the business of food. When women produce food, our country speaks of us as social workers. They do not see women in the business of agriculture. This is a business of agriculture. Women are making money, they are doing it for themselves. When I started 5 years ago in agriculture, we did not have a single black exporter in the industry. I struggled to find young, successful black farmers as well as young, successful black people, young. I didn't say Francois, your age, eh? I said young. So, but he is young, it's just a beard that's going a little bit grey. So, what we asked and we set ourselves to do was to have young black women, I just said farmers, and then later in some crazy attempt to really destabilize my office, I then said, I want young women who are exporters and who are black. They said, but Minister, really, where are we going to find this person? This person is not yet born. Today, I can announce that the final winner, the overall winner of our total South Africa Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries Female Entrepreneur Awards is a young woman. She's black. She's 27 years old. She's none other than Nomzamo Koza. She exports to Mozambique. She exports to Argentina. She's in the business of food supplements and nutrients. She's also in the business of body products. We're going to assist her with the packaging. Dr. Moipuli from the ARC, national television and the nation knows now that you are going to support her with the packaging and the research. So the intention is that she uses indigenous plants. And Honorable Mochecha, the indigenous knowledge that she uses must be harvested and maintained for generations to come. She uses the marula plant, and with the plant, indigenous plants, she has done more than her own research. It is now our time to ensure that the fundamental rights of women are expressed in their ability to do business. We will not have freedom through economic freedom fighters. No, these are women doing it for themselves. We are not talking of black economic empowerment and mass-based black economic empowerment. We have set ourselves the target of having economic transformation, restoring the means of production to black farmers. We have ensured that the class of black farmers, which was eroded through apartheid, has been re-established again as a monument to the 1913 Land Act, which saw our people dispossessed. 100 years later, South African farmers, smallholder farmers, cooperatives, farmers on communal land have planted over 100,000 hectares of maize, beans, and potatoes. They'll immediately be selling their products and their commodities to the World Food Programme. So that 120,000 South African farmers, black farmers, have suddenly become export farmers. They're exporters. Why? South Africa is giving 180 million in humanitarian aid to Lesotho. We have said that instead of the country, our country, taking taxpayers' money and donating it in cash to Lesotho, our country should take a part of it and donate that in cash, and the largest amount or portion of that money should be donated in kind. And 40% of what is donated in kind should come from smallholder farmers. So smallholder farmers, it is our legacy. You will have a market for the rest of your life for as long as you produce good quality food you can export. The World Food Programme is a United Nations humanitarian program which will be there for the rest of your lives. It's going to outlive us. So you will have markets which will outlive you. In conclusion, the fundamental rights of human beings and fellow South Africans should be protected. Vetsatlala is about ending hunger. Vetsatlala is about giving small villages along the coast access to the sea again. We will only be able to address the scourge of gangsterism, violence, and lawlessness if we engage people in the economy of providing for themselves. We would like to engage fellow South Africans in small and medium and micro enterprises so that they can do it for themselves, by themselves. We would only rest if the millions of South Africans that we serve are food secure. Until then, each and every South African must have a food garden. Stop planting lawns and watering lawns. We can't afford to plant lawns. Could you please plant food? Each South African should have a food garden. If you do not have a food garden, I can see it already, the way you're responding. I can just see who has a food garden and who doesn't have one. There are some of you who have extensive, beautiful gardens, but please, you can't eat the roses. Can you please grow food for me? The awards which we gave were to Ms. Nomzan Mokoza. She'll be part of the panel. Ms. Josephina Razarope is in the people who are differently abled category. In this category, a woman who has no sight has vision. She has no sight, but she had the vision to grow food for her community. Ms. Koza employs 120 people, and she has 200 agents who sell and promote her products. Mr. Ndoro, today you have an unusual platform and category. We are also celebrating those who grow trees for food. So each village will be celebrated because of the trees they have grown. Ms. Prilin Swart, who is from the Western Cape, will also be joining us, and she is a young woman, beautiful. You know, they do not associate women who look good with agriculture. So, if you look good, they think you're from the city. And they have the stereotype about what a woman from agriculture should look like. So next time we have a breakfast meeting, can you all come with your overalls, please? The City Arbor Awards have been given to cities and municipalities, the eThekwini municipality, the City of Johannesburg municipality, the Drakensberg municipality, and the Langeberg municipality. These municipalities are growing food. I challenge each and every South African to grow food. Fetsatlala, grow fish. South Africa only produces 1% of Africa's aquaculture. You have to farm with fish. It's a cheap form of protein. We can assist you. You have the huge responsibility as fellow South Africans to ensure that not a single person in South Africa goes hungry. When you enjoy your sumptuous meal, this is not emotional blackmail. We cannot be food secure as a country when we do not have household food security. So this is not about pricking your conscience. No. Here we are saying we are going to ensure food security for each and every South African. Nkosi kakhulu. Sawubonga.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your behalf, I'd just like to say thank you very much indeed to the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries,